Stepping into something new will always feel uncomfortable. That's the point. Unfamiliar paths are usually where the biggest breakthroughs live. Most people stay where it's safe and predictable, but the ones who move toward uncertainty are the ones who find the opportunities, the growth, and the rooms they were meant for. If the path feels different or unfamiliar right now, don't fear it. It might be the one that takes you exactly where you're supposed to be. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Library of Awakening. Today, I want you all to slow down and give this moment your full awareness. In the Library Awakening family, we are about to explore. Nope, your fucking noise threw me off. Wait till you're situated. It's okay.
Excuse me. My bad. Pick your water. So sorry.
Thank you. It's okay. What is going on, Library of Awakening family? In today's video breakdown, I want you all to really slow down and give this moment your full awareness, because what we are about to explore isn't just another chapter in an ancient text. It's a doorway into understanding that true nature, a doorway into understanding the true nature of God, the universe, and the unimaginable power hidden inside the human mind. So, today I want to share with you all the Hermetica, the lost wisdom of the pharaohs. Scrolling inside the private CyberX Discord in the Library of Awakening section, we have thousands of books to choose from. Ones that were sparking my interest today were in this section: Freemasonry. We have the Arabic Hermes. I was interested in today, the idea of the holy. But this one caught my attention. I love the art on the cover of this book. So, in today's episode, we're going to actually most likely break this down in a two-part series, because I have 6 segments that I want to read for you guys. The first 3 segments in today's video breakdown are going to be the being of Atum. We're also going to go over the living cosmos and the circle of time. We're also going to go over the circle of time. And then we're going to get into man is a marvel. And that is going to be all for today's episode. Rolling into the second episode, reading the Hermetica, we're going to dive into ignorance of the soul, knowledge of the Atum, and rebirth to finish it off. So, as I mentioned, make sure that you guys are slowing down, giving this moment your full awareness. In the Hermetic writings, Hermes tries to describe Atum, the One, the Supreme Mind, and although no words can ever define the infinite, the teachings give us clues that will help us remember what our soul has always known: that everything is one, that nothing exists outside of the source, and that the same mind that shaped galaxies is reflected inside our own mind. So tonight, as we read, I want you all to listen with more than just your ears. These teachings are not meant to be understood the way that we understand information. They're meant to be experienced. So block out the noise, sit yourself in a room where you don't have any distractions. If you're doing something interactive while listening to us read these texts, maybe it is that you're at a job and you commute to and from your job where you're listening, or maybe you're in your house taking care of some household chores with knowledge of awakening and library of awakening in the background, then that's absolutely fine. But just make sure that you are absorbing the information in your subconscious and conscious mind. So let's start. First, diving into the being of Atum. In this chapter, Hermes attempts to describe God, or Atum, although God cannot be defined with words. Hermes gives some clues for us to contemplate. God is oneness. Everything is a part of one supreme being, like the number one, which is the source of all subsequent numbers. God is the source of all. Yet, just as when the number one is divided or multiplied by itself, it remains one, so God constantly remains the oneness. Because he unites everything, his nature is paradoxical. He is the creator who creates himself. He is always hidden from us, yet he is also the world around us. He has no particular name because all names refer to him. God is the supreme mind. He is everywhere and always. The human mind is an image of the supreme mind. Through the power of the imagination, it can roam the universe and be like God in all times and all places. Hermes tells us that if we truly understood the extraordinary power of the human mind, we would then know the nature of God. I really like that one right there. If we knew the extraordinary power of the human mind, we would then know the nature of God. If everything exists as an idea within the mind of God, he creates all things in the same way that our own mind creates thoughts. Just as the nature of the mind is to think, so the nature of God is to create. This is not something he did at the beginning of time. He is doing it continuously. God is constantly creating creation and will never stop. God is both the material objects around us and the immaterial thoughts in our minds. The world we see and sense is an illusion. However, compared to the great ideas which only exist in the mind above all are the ideas of goodness and beauty. These qualities belong to God alone. They can, at best, be found imperfectly in the material world, but exist in all perfection in the immaterial world of the mind. They are so perfect. They are so perfect that God is in love with them. God is in love with himself. The being of Atum. So here are a few verses, again from the Hermetica. Give me your whole awareness and concentrate your thoughts, for knowledge of Atum's being requires deep insight, which comes only as a gift of grace. It is like a torrent. It is like a plunging torrent of water, whose swiftness outstrips any man who strives to follow it, leaving behind not only the hearer, but even the teacher himself. To conceive of Atum is difficult. To define him is impossible. The imperfect and impermanent cannot easily apprehend the eternally perfected. Atum is whole and constant. In himself, he is motionless, yet he is self moving. He is immaculate, incorruptible, and everlasting. He is the supreme absolute reality. He is filled with ideas, which are imperceptible to the senses, and with all embracing knowledge, Atum is primal mind. He is too great to be called the name Atum. He is hidden, yet obvious everywhere. His being is known through thought alone, yet we see his form before our eyes. He is bodiless, yet embodied in everything. There is nothing which he is not. He has no name, because all names are his name. He is the unity in all things, so we must know him by all names and call everything Atum. He is the root and source of all. Everything has a source, except the source itself, which springs from nothing. Atum is complete like the number one, which remains itself whether multiplied or divided, and yet generates all numbers. Atum is the whole, which contains everything. He is one, not two. He is all, not many. The all is not many separate things, but the oneness that subsumes the parts. The all, the one, are identical. You think that things are many, when you view them as separate. But when you see they all hang on the One and flow from the One, you will realize they are united, linked together, and connected by a chain of being from the highest to the lowest, all subject to the will of Atum. The cosmos is one, as the sun is one, the moon is one, and the earth is one. Do you think there are many gods? That's absurd. God is one. Atum alone is the creator of all that is immortal and all that is mutable. If that seems incredible, just consider yourself. You see, you speak, you hear, you touch, taste, walk, think, and breathe. It is not a different you who does these various things, but one being who does them all. To understand how Atum makes all things, consider a farmer sowing seeds. Here, wheat, there, barley, now planting a vine, then an apple tree. Just as the same man plants all these seeds, so Atum sows immortality in heaven and change on earth. Throughout the cosmos, he disseminates life and movement, the two great elements that comprise Atum and his creation, and so everything that is. Atum is called Father because he begets all things, and from his example, the wise hold begetting children, the most sacred pursuit of human life. Atum works with nature, within the laws of necessity, causing extinction and renewal, constantly creating creation to display his wisdom. Yet the things that the eye can see are mere phantoms and illusions. Only those things invisible to the eye are real. Above all are the ideas of beauty and goodness. Just as the eye cannot see the being of Atum, so it cannot see these great ideas. They are attributes of Atum alone, and are inseparable from him. They are so perfectly without blemish that Atum himself is in love with them. There is nothing which Atum lacks, so nothing that he desires. There is nothing that Atum can lose, so nothing can cause him grief. Atum is everything. Atum makes everything, and everything is a part of Atum. Atum therefore makes himself. This is Atum's glory. He is all creative, and this creating is his very being. It is impossible for him to ever stop creating, for Atum can never cease to be. Atum is everywhere. Mind cannot be enclosed, because everything exists within mind. Nothing is so quick and powerful. Just look at your own experience. Imagine yourself in any foreign land, and quick as your intention, you will be there. And as quick as your intention, you will be there. Think of the ocean, and there you are. You have not moved as things move, but you have traveled, nevertheless. Fly up into the heavens, you won't need wings. Nothing can obstruct you, not the burning heat of the sun or the swirling planets. Pass on to the limits of creation. Do you want to break out beyond the boundaries of the cosmos? For your mind, even that is possible. Can you sense what power you possess? If you can do all this, then what about your Creator? Try and understand that Atum is mind. This is how he contains the cosmos. All things are thoughts, which the Creator thinks. Well, that was a very powerful introduction to the Hermetica. Lots of one-hitter gems in there for you all to annotate and write down. Now going to the next section of today's read. We are now going to read chapter 6, The Circle of Time. In this chapter, Hermes explores the nature of time and change. Everything in the cosmos is constantly changing. Things are born, pass away, and come into existence again, like old planets, dying each winter to return as new shoots in each spring. All these changes, however, are governed by changing natural laws. In this way, therefore, it could also be said that the cosmos is essentially changeless. Time regulates the natural process of change in the cosmos. It is measured by the reoccurring cycles of the stars and the sun, which revolve in fixed and permanent orbits. Unlike our modern picture of time as a straight line from the past to the future, Hermes sees time as a circle. We too actually measure time in circles. However, a day is a circle of time which begins again when the sun rises each morning. The year is a circle of time measured by the Earth's orbit around the sun. Vaster circles of time are expressed by the movements of the constellations of the stars. All these cycles eventually bring things back to where they started. It is impossible to say where that is, however, for a circle has no starting point. You cannot say where it begins and where it ends. Hermes ultimately points to a deeper understanding of time. The past is gone and does not exist. I actually write about that in my book. Very interesting. I like that one. The future has yet to happen and does not exist. The present moment passes so quickly that it has no permanence. That whole entire few sentences right there is powerful for your mental game. Before we have even said now, the moment has gone. We can never catch the present, so in what way could it be so? Before we have even said now, the moment is gone. We can never catch the present, so in what way could it be said to exist? The mystical insight into the illusionary nature of time is a way to glimpse the oneness of God who exists beyond time. For God, there is no past, present, and future, only eternity. Freeing ourselves from the illusion of time is yet another way that we can experience God. The circle of time. In a sense, the cosmos is changeless because its motions are determined by unalterable laws, which cause it to revolve eternally without beginning and end. It parts manifest, which cause it to revolve eternally without beginning and end. Its parts manifest, disappear, and are created anew again and again. And the undulating pulse of time. Through the process of time, life within the cosmos is regulated and maintained. Time renews all things in the cosmos. By the circling process of change, measured by the heavenly bodies, returning to their former positions as they revolve around the heavens. The present issues from the past and the future from the present. Everything is made one by this continuity. Time is like a circle, where all the points are so linked that you cannot say where it begins or ends. For all points with proceed and follow one another forever. Yet there is an even deeper understanding. The past has departed and no longer is. The future has not arrived and is yet to be. Even the present does not last. So how can it be said to exist? When it doesn't stay still for a moment. Mhm. Last chapter that I want to introduce to you guys today in the Hermetica is Man is a Marvel. That is going to be chapter 11. So let's dive in. If you guys are enjoying this read so far, Library of Awakening family, do me a favor, smash that thumbs up. Smash that thumbs up button and subscribe to the platform. We do appreciate the love and the support. It helps boost the algorithm and allows this channel to grow to reach more like-minded individuals like yourselves. And if at any moment in time you guys want to access our vast collection of esoteric, religious, astrological texts, the list goes on. There are thousands of books inside the private Cyprex Discord for your viewing pleasure, for you guys to enlighten yourselves and further your knowledge curve. With that said, let's move on. Man is a marvel. Instead of reading what this chapter consists of, let's just skip down to the Hermetic texts. Atum is first, the cosmos is second, and man is third. Atum is one, the cosmos is one, and so is man. For like the cosmos, he is a whole made up of different diverse parts. The Maker made man to govern with him, and if man accepts this function fully, he becomes a vehicle of order in the cosmos. Man may know himself, and so know the cosmos. By being aware that he is an image of Atum and of the cosmos, I feel like if more people understood this in full, the world would be a much better place. Imagine if more people truly understood how powerful they were as individuals, and especially as individuals conjoined by an awakening. How many elites would fear the masses instead of govern and control them if we all just knew how powerful we were with our own thoughts and our minds? He differs from other living things in that he possesses mind. Through mind, he may commune with the cosmos, which is the second God, and by thought, he may come to knowledge of Atum, the one God. The human body encloses pure mind, as if within a walled garden, which shelters and secludes it, so that it may live in peace. Man has this twofold nature. In his body, he is mortal, and in his intelligence, he is immortal. He is exalted above heaven, but is born a slave to destiny. He is bisexual, as his father is bisexual. He is sleepless, as his father is sleepless. Yet he is dominated by carnal desires and lost in forgetfulness. Of all beings that have soul, only man has a twofold nature. One part, called the image of Atum, is single, undivided, spiritual, and eternal. The other part is made of the four material elements. One comes from the primal mind. It has the power of the Creator and is able to know Atum. The other is part in man. The other is put in man. By the revolution of the heavens, man is the most divine of all beings. For amongst all living things, Atum associates with him only, speaking to him in dreams at night, foretelling the future for him, in the flight of birds, the boughs of the beast, and the whispering oak. All other living things inhabit only one part of the cosmos. Fishes in water, animals on the earth, birds in the air. Man penetrates all of these elements. Damn, that's powerful. With his sense of sight, he even grasps the heavens. To speak without fear, human beings are above the gods of heaven, or at least their equal. For the gods will never pass their celestial boundaries and descend to earth. But man may ascend to heaven. And what is more, he may do so without leaving the earth. So vast an expanse can his power encompass by Atum's will. Humankind is compacted of both divinity and mortality. He is more than merely mortal, and greater than the purely immortal. Man is a marvel. Due honor and reverence. He takes on the attributes of the gods, as if he were one of their number. He is familiar with the gods because he knows he springs from the same source. He raises reverent eyes to heaven above and tends the earth below. He is blessed by being the intermediary. He loves all below him and is loved by all above him. Confident of his divinity, he throws off his solely human nature. He has access to all. His keenness of thought descends to the depths of the sea. Heaven is not too high. For the reach of his wisdom, His quick wits penetrate the elements. Air cannot blind his mental vision with its thickest fog. Dense earth cannot impede him, and deep water cannot blur his gaze. Man is all things. Man is everywhere. Man not only receives the light of divine life, but gives it as well. He not only ascends to God, but even creates gods, just as Atum has willed that the inner man be created in his likeness. So we on earth create the gods in our human image. Is that not worthy of wonder? There are then these three: Atum, cosmos, and man. The cosmos is contained by Atum, and man is contained by the cosmos. The cosmos is the son of Atum, and man is the son of the cosmos, and the grandson, so to speak, of Atum. Atum does not ignore man, but acknowledges him fully, as he wishes to be fully acknowledged by man. For this alone is man's purpose and salvation, the ascent to heaven and the knowledge of Atum. Wow, bravo. That one was deep. Really enjoyed reading that one to you guys here in the Library of Awakening. If you guys enjoyed, hopefully my monotheistic tone allowed you guys to relax and enjoy that read. I personally really enjoyed reading that one to you all. So do me a favor if you all did. Smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to the platform. In the next episode, we will read those 3 remaining chapters just to give you guys a little tidbit and look into another book that I want to share with you all that we have in our private CyberX Discord by Tony Bushby. The Secret in the Bible is another book that Tony had written, and it is called The Crucifixion of Truth, that I want to bring to everybody's attention. There are a few chapters in this book in the near future that I want to enlighten you all on. And so you all can look forward to that read in the coming episodes ahead. As always, many blessings to you guys. Hope to see you guys inside the private CyberX Discord, tapped into the Library of Awakening section. With that in mind, be cognizant, be aware, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.
Baby.